Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Money in the Bank. For the first time since WrestleMania, all three of the main brands are under one collective roof in one collective pay-per-view. We are in Chicago once again for what promises to be another evening of action. We will not forget. It is going to be an exciting evening, and history will be made right from the very get-go here this evening as we will determine the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. That is to kick off this evening here tonight. You see the 6 women there who will represent the respective brands, who will make history. One will climb up to that briefcase, one will bring it down and leave Chicago as the first ever Women's Money in the Bank winner. But as for our main event of the evening, here it stands. The 6-man traditional men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Kenny Omega, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, Hiromu Takahashi, Tommaso, Ciampa, Andrade, Cien Almas comes up at the end of this evening. That is going to be an immense Money in the Bank match to close the evening, but we get an immense historical one to start the evening. It is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match in this universe's history. And the first woman out is none other than the Pirate Princess herself, Kairi Sane. Whereas tonight's men's Money in the Bank ladder match will of course have 2 from ECW, 2 from Raw, and 2 from SmackDown. ECW has no women's division, so the NXT women's division will also be poised to make history. But here comes to the ring a former NXT Women's Champion in her own right, but now a member of the Monday Night Raw roster. Kairi Sane looking to be the one to climb herself up that ladder and to drop that briefcase down and to set sail on a journey that could lead her towards any championship she chooses to cash in on over the next year. It's absolutely going to be a cutthroat styled match here this evening. You are going to see risks being taken from these women. We are going to be seeing caution thrown to the wind and then some as we prepare to find out who will walk out with that briefcase behind her shoulder. The first ever women's ladder match took place at WrestleMania, but that was a SmackDown Live exclusive one. Now it's the turn of other brands to get involved, including NXT, of course. An old friend of Kairi Sane rears her head in Mayu Iwatani, who's also representing NXT this evening, along with Charlotte. It's going to be a very interesting... Whoa, hang on! Wait up! That's Charlotte! Backstage! Laid out! Oh my goodness! Charlotte laid out in the back there. Couldn't see by who or by what, but all there was clear evidence that Charlotte is down. Oh, that is not a good thing at all. Now what? What happens for NXT now? What happens for this ladder match? One of the competitors is down. I hope we get an update on it incredibly soon, because Charlotte was supposed to be in this ladder match, and all of a sudden she's finding herself laid out backstage. I don't know by who or by what, but she's absolutely not on her feet. And if she can't make it into the ring, she can't make it into this match. Oh, that is going to be devastating. I know about as much as you all when it comes to that right now. I saw the images at the same time you did. But nevertheless, we are continuing on this as the women make their way out. Iwatani's made her way out. Paige now representing SmackDown Live. I don't know if the people in the arena know. I don't know if any of the other women know. I know about as much. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh my god, that is... So already history being made in its own right, and the match hasn't even started here. Paige and Ruby Riott representing SmackDown Live, though, coming towards the ring. They were 2 of the competitors in the first ever women's ladder match in this universe when Riott and Paige Riott headed into WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion. She didn't leave with it, but she headed in with it. And Riott made a statement to SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch after she had qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match, saying that it was going to be her to head out and Lynch was going to need eyes in the back of her head and her head constantly over her shoulder, not only for Ruby Riott, but the entire Riott squad as well. Riott wants her title back, it would seem. Here comes the woman who many are seeing as the favorite, who has had run-ins with Monday Night Raw, with the women's division, with old rivals like Kairi Sane and the general manager Mr. Dredge since her arrival with Jazzy Gabert. Tessa Blanchard, the first woman to qualify for this match. And like I said, some do see her as the favorite to go along with it. She defeated Dakota Kai at the Bash 2 weeks ago to qualify for this matchup. Can she go all the way? As Tessa Blanchard's theme says, she wants it all. Can she be the one to claim that briefcase? Looks like, hang on. Oh, okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, so I've just been told that Charlotte will not compete in this matchup, but apparently there is a replacement from NXT filling in the gap. And as these 5 other women look towards the ramp, who fills in the spot that was supposed to be Charlotte's? You are kidding me! This was a setup, and I will not be convinced otherwise. Rhea Ripley, who just 24 hours ago was facing Io Shirai for the NXT Women's Championship, and now you mean to conveniently tell me, in the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, in the first match where Tessa Blanchard has the opportunity to shove it to everyone and take that briefcase, that conveniently Charlotte goes down, and of all the people to replace her, it's Rhea Ripley, a member of Trifecta and a member of NXT to go along with it. This was a game plan from Trifecta, and it's worked to its fullest extent. Charlotte out, Rhea Ripley in, and all of a sudden you get the feeling that Ripley's not here to go into business for herself. She's here to make sure that her leader, that the woman who she made a promise that she couldn't keep, would leave Chicago with that briefcase. Already, this has been marred in controversy to go along with the matchup itself. We are underway with the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder matchup. And Trifecta have already made a lasting impact on this match. They have already had an impact left. And this one has barely even got underway. There are 6 women, 1 briefcase. Pretty obvious how it works. You climb up the ladder, you grab the briefcase down, you have a contract enabling you to cash in on any championship you want for the next year. Any women's championship, that is. But it is almost like we are not talking about the briefcase right now, not even about this match. What we are talking about is the fact that there are 2 members of Trifecta in this one, when there was only ever supposed to be 1. It's going to take a hell of a lot to convince me that this isn't some kind of a plan, that this wasn't just convenience from Trifecta, that this was a game plan to take someone out in the match and to put Rhea Ripley in it. And that has happened. And you suddenly feel like Blanchard's chances of winning have increased. But there could be the hope, there could be the reality that maybe Rhea Ripley will decide to do things her own way as well. Maybe she'll look to go after the briefcase for her own sake. I don't know. I'd hope it's every woman for themselves, but we'll find out in this one right now. We've got Kairi Sane and Iwatani in the ring. Paige and Blanchard on the... Wait a minute, no, it's not Paige and Blanchard. Ripley's going after Blanchard. Maybe she does want to lift that briefcase. Maybe she does want to make her own history. And if she has to go through the leader to do it, then so be it. I'm not too certain. I know right now is that Paige has got the ladder in hand and it's finally in the ring. Prepare for a dangerous outcome, maybe. Sane and Iwatani still locking horns with one another. Ruby Riott and Tessa Blanchard, leader of two groups. Trifecta, of course, on Raw. The Riott squad on SmackDown Live. Oh, good God, Riott into that announce table. And on the outside, Northern Light suplex from Paige as well on Blanchard. In the ring, German suplex from Iwatani. Ladder set up, and she's going to climb up it. Iwatani looking for the briefcase, looking to hold it, looking for NXT to win the first ever Women's Money in the Bank. But oh, they've come converging on her. And Rhea Ripley will be the one to send her down. Ripley drives her into the mat there with that power bomb. It's a battle of leaders in the far corner over there with Blanchard and Riott still scrapping with one another. Kairi Sane now with the ladder in hand and taking it to Ripley and Paige. Kairi Sane's had her history in the past with Trifecta, and especially with the leader in Tessa Blanchard. But she is setting her sights right now solely on Rhea Ripley. And she is going to walk that plank and send that elbow into the chest. Oh, good God, no, Paige. Paige thrown on the outside by Blanchard. Up to the top rope goes Kairi Sane. And all of a sudden, it's Sane and Blanchard standing in the ring. Iwatani and Riott slipping their way back in right now. No, wait, Riott not coming back in yet. What the hell is Ruby Riott doing out there? Ladder into the face of Iwatani. Oh my goodness. Ruby Riott setting up a ladder between the apron and the barricade. Paige just went into it. Blanchard climbs up the ladder. Kairi Sane up there to join her. Bitter rivals these two women are. And Blanchard goes flying. Blanchard set up. Sane can do it, yeah. Iwatani takes the ladder out from underneath there and power bombs her. Not all down onto that ladder, but definitely a part of the body of Kairi Sane collided into that ladder there. On the outside now, Paige turning a Riott. Back in the ring, Iwatani's there again. Blanchard up to her feet. Iwatani is dangling. And down she comes with an electric chair. Look at Rhea Ripley now with Paige holding her up in the air as the ladder goes across the face of Kairi Sane. Trifecta are dominating this matchup right now. Wally's doing the best job they can. Blanchard sent into the ladder. Well, there is no surprise that it's been abstract chaos since the match begun. On the outside, Riptide. Rhea Ripley is just dismantling everyone on the outside right now. Paige down, Ruby Riott down. But Tessa Blanchard, more importantly, is down, and that could be Kairi Sane's opening. Mayu Iwatani, though, setting up the job to stop her. Rhea Ripley and Iwatani working together. Unlikely alliances being formed as everyone seeks that briefcase. Oh, double super kick there from Iwatani. Ladder in the face of Blanchard. Everyone's down for Blanchard and Ruby Riott. That could have been the opening for Blanchard to claim victory. Iwatani was quick up to her feet anyway, and as a result, able to stop Blanchard. But only briefly. Oh my, that ladder shot looked even worse than the last one, like it was on the bridge of the nose. Code red on the outside from Riott. It is not easy to keep track of this matchup. Riott kick from Ruby Riott. And Blanchard now with Iwatani up in the air and to the outside. This is Blanchard's calling. Everyone's down. Ripley and Riott are busy brawling with one another. That should have been her opening. But instead, taking matters into her own hands. Cut it to Paige. Rhea Ripley down. And a ladder into the face of Blanchard keeps her down. Spinning back fist on the outside by Kairi Sane. This is still anyone's match. And Ruby Riott wants to make it hers. She goes up to there now. She's got the briefcase in her hands. Right on the outside. Snake eyes into the ladder. Oh, this ain't looking good. Blanchard and Riott are on top of that ladder. Paige are going to bring Blanchard down. Stop there. And these two women fighting it out. There goes Ruby Riott. Blanchard throws her off the top. And Paige drags Blanchard down. Abstract chaos it has been since the moment this match started. Even since before this match started, when Charlotte was taken out of the fray. Sane sent again into the ladder. Everyone is preoccupied. Everyone's outside of the ring. This could be Paige's calling. This could be Paige's moment. She's got the briefcase in her hands. And she's almost brought it down. Ruby Riott coming up the ladder. SmackDown Live brawling. As these two women who've had their run-ins in the past seek the briefcase. Riott knocking Paige from the top. And now she'll look for the briefcase herself. Blanchard sends the ladder away and sends Riott crashing into the mat. Ripley and Sane now continuing to run in with one another. Forearm in the face from Sane. Ripley goes out of the ring. Blanchard sent up and over the top rope. But able to counter. Oh, look at this now. Big time slam from Iwatani. They're trifecta. The force that you might expect to have the most impact on this matchup right now are outside of the ring. They have no bearing on this match right now. Neck breaker there. Ladder. No, moved out of the way. Oh no, she didn't. Everyone down. Iwatani again. Iwatani again with a great opportunity. Everyone is down. Is it the chance for Mayu Iwatani to win this one? Paige coming up the ladder. Ripley coming up from behind. A two-prong assault. And now, there goes Iwatani and trifecta will work together to throw Paige off the ladder. Blanchard, oh, Blanchard through Ripley on top of that ladder. Are you kidding me? Senton splash! Right through the ladder. What in the world was trifecta thinking of? Blanchard down. Ripley down, and for what? Somehow Blanchard up to her feet quickly, but she may have taken out her own partner in the process. Blanchard has knocked everyone down. No one's on their feet, but Tessa Blanchard with the hammerlock DDT. Oh, Rhea Ripley's back up on hers. And this ring's starting to get crowded again. One of these six women is about to make history. You feel that in the air. Could it be Paige? Look at that. The eyes from trifecta there. Taking care of Paige and dropping it down on Kairi Sane in the process. Facebuster for Blanchard now. And the only two women standing upright with no support, a trifecta. Oh, what are we going to see now from Blanchard here? Using the ropes, hitting that bulldog. Ruby Riott though, hot-shotting Rhea Ripley to the outside. Oh, ladder in the face of Blanchard, ladder in the face of Paige. On the outside, Hurricanrana from Riott. On the inside, double super kick for Iwatani. into double underhook suplex from Blanchard. Complete chaos. Iwatani sent outside of the ring. Everyone's down. Ruby Riott sent into the steps. Rhea Ripley and Tessa Blanchard are the only forces up. Blanchard going up the ladder. But here comes Kairi Sane. Sane gonna try and put a stop to this. No, it's Ripley. Ripley pulls down Sane. And Tessa Blanchard pulls down the briefcase. Tessa Blanchard has won the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Trifecta have done it. Rhea Ripley with the assist. Tessa Blanchard makes history. The first ever Women's Money in the Bank winner is Tessa Blanchard.
3, 2, 1.
Talk about chaos to get us underway at Money in the Bank. That absolutely was it, and then some. Trifecta reigns supreme over the women's division once again. Tessa Blanchard claims the briefcase. Rhea Ripley, the supporting cast in that win. What a matchup that was. And we have another one of them coming up later on this evening. As for right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we strap ourselves in for 5. Is it 5? No, 6, I believe. I have no idea about matches anymore. Anyway, there will be some great matches on its way. And we start things off with the ECW Tag Team titles up for grabs. The D.C.C challenging the Wyatt family. It will be Chris Sabin and Baron Corbin of the D.C.C against Braun Strowman and Aleister Black of the Wyatt family. So while the leader of one group throws himself into the fray, the leader of the other will send his men into battle once more. It has been chaos in the ECW Tag Team title division since Living Dangerously. The Wyatt family beat the Four Horsemen, closed out the rivalry they had had over the last few months and claimed victory with it. Then, in the brink of their victory, out came Downfall. Harper and Rowan to flatten the Wyatt family. Then, as they were standing tall, out came the D.C.C and flattened Downfall. Chaos continued to bring its way between these three groups for weeks on end, until in a number one contender match, the D.C.C beat Downfall to get the opportunity here tonight. Since then, it's been between the two groups, but it's been yet more run-ins, yet more problems, yet more chaos. So with that being said, we are prepared for this matchup here this evening. We are prepared to see what will take place with Wyatt leading the helm, with Strowman and Black in the ring. We saw it on this past episode of ECW. The D.C.C head in with momentum. Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman was the matchup that was taking place. The graphic of the D.C.C hit. There were Daniels and Sabin standing on the apron. There was Baron Corbin with a chair into the head of Strowman. End of days flattened him. The Wyatt family graphic hit. There was Aleister Black, but the D.C.C still laid there. Sabin with the chair. And the all-hail Sabin laid out the 2019 King of the Ring. It has been building and brewing between these two families, and tonight they get their hands on one another. And they all want the same prize. They all want the ECW Tag Team titles. There you see Sabin and Corbin, with Daniels on the outside. And look who stands in front of the Wyatt family right now. Bray Wyatt getting a good look at the leader in Chris Sabin. And in Baron Corbin before this matchup gets underway as his tag team champions, as his family members stand behind him. Can the guiding light of Sister Abigail lead these two men to another successful title defense? We are about to find out. Bray Wyatt very There you have it. That is what it's all about. Who will leave Chicago as ECW Tag Team Champions? It will be Baron Corbin to start things against Aleister Black. Here we go between these two. Like I said, they've been sharing their run-ins with one another over these last few weeks. Aleister Black's had a run-in with Baron Corbin as well, who got himself involved in a contest between Chris Sabin and the King of the Ring winner. He charged into the ring and hit the end of days after the referee was distracted by Christopher Daniels. You never know what the D.C.C can have up their sleeve, and that could lead them into success here this evening. Unpredictability, strength in numbers. You have to remember, Aleister Black, since King of the Ring, has been on an edge, unlike any other, really. He's had a newfound level to him. The reality is that since the King of the Ring, Aleister Black has only lost once in singles action. No, sorry, twice in singles action. One was a roll-up. Oh my goodness! German suplex from the top rope. And the King of the Ring letting everyone know why he has that accolade. That's the interesting talking point, maybe. In straight contests, the D.C.C haven't beaten the Wyatt family by means of just hitting a finisher in 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black has. He's beaten Chris Sabin in a rematch last week on ECW. D.C.C, on the other hand, no. Look at that. I was expecting things to be done the other way around. A former NXT champion with tremendous strength to hoist Braun Strowman up in the air. The Monster Among Men and the Lone Wolf continuing where they left off on ECW. In the corner now. Good counter there by Corbin. Wow. Wow, that was great strength from both sides there. The stun gun from Corbin, but he ran in for the shoulder tackle and he fell off his feet. But now Corbin trying to slow this down, trying to ground the Monster Among Men. Letting everyone know maybe that's where a guy like Braun Strowman belongs. That's where the Wyatt family belongs in comparison to the D.C.C. Kick right in the gut, striking him right in the face as well, maybe on the bridge of the nose, and Corbin as if he's mocking Strowman now, asking for a fight. And the reality is right now, there is none on the side of Braun Strowman. There's just nothing coming from Strowman right now. Not, I imagine, what Bray Wyatt wanted to see. And definitely not when the Stabilizer connects. The signature move of the D.C.C being inflicted there on Strowman. And things are looking good for the challengers right now. They might be about to look even better in a moment. Baron Corbin looking for the end of days. Denied by Strowman. And with an almighty shoulder tackle, he sends Corbin off his feet. And oh, not once but twice with the way he came out of that turnbuckle. And now way up and way down. Baron Corbin was close to claiming victory, but not close enough. Things have turned around now for the Wyatt family. Aleister Black coming back in this one. And look at Black going to work now. Flurry of kicks and strikes, taking Corbin off his feet. Black able to turn this match around quickly. You sense that big things are coming the way of Aleister Black at some point. And with the performance and with how he's just able to turn the match around so quickly, you can understand why that is the case. STO though from Corbin takes the King of the Ring off his feet. And takes this matchup back into the control of the D.C.C, but only briefly there. Big kick in the back of the head. German suplex now. Cover made for victory. Here's Sabin, breaks it up in time. But 1,000,001 things are happening. regarding the D.C.C there. Kicking away at the leg there. Good work by Aleister Black. Working over Baron Corbin bit by bit. Off the ropes now. He'll go. Roundhouse kick right into the chest, I believe that one was. And look at Black calling for Chris Sabin in this one. And he'll get what he wants. Sabin off the tag. And as these two men lock horns once again, there's a knee in the face, courtesy of one half of the tag team champions. Aleister Black now sends Chris Sabin in the turnbuckle. Baron Corbin recovering on the outside. But Chris Sabin trying to take care of business in his own way inside the ring. Into the armbar, he'll go. Twisting double underhook suplex into the armbar. Could Aleister Black tap out here? Could it be new tag team champions in Chicago? Aleister Black will slip his way out of that hold and keep the fight alive for the champions. Good counter made there on the ropes again. Turnabout. One for Corbin, one for Sabin. Black Mass! Black Mass connects, the cover is made, and Sabin kicks out at 2. Braun Strowman sent Corbin out of the ring. There was no distraction made by Daniels. But although Sabin may have kicked out, it may not be for much longer. Running power slam from Strowman. It is all over. Wait! Did Chris Sabin seriously just kick out of the running power slam and Black Mass? The leader of the D.C.C, incredible strength and resilience to be able to pull off something like that. He's still in this one, and he's rolling up Strowman now. He's rolling up the Monster Among Men, and the D.C.C have done it. There's new tag team champions. I think the reaction tells you the whole story. They can't believe it, and neither can I. Chris Sabin should have been beaten right then and there, but he wasn't. He got up to his feet, he hung on, and amazingly, we have new ECW Tag Team Champions. The D.C.C have won it. Two matches down and two completely surprising outcomes. Two completely surprising ways in which the match came to a close. Will it be 3 in a row as the rematch from the Bash emerges? Daniel Bryan against the Velveteen Dream. Bryan and the Dream met at the Bash for the United States Championship. It was a classic between these two. They tore the house down and then some. They put on, arguably, maybe outside of the main event, the match of the night, but it was a match that never got its fruitful conclusion. They were too overcome with rage. Daniel Bryan had the match in the palm of his hands, and effectively, he threw it away. He let his anger get the better of him. He let his frustrations with Velveteen Dream take charge, and at the end of it all, it was a double count out, and we were all bitterly disappointed the match ended the way that it did. It should have gone down to the wire. There should have been a winner. We all knew that. Daniel Bryan knew that, and the Raw General Manager, Mr. Dredge, knew that as well. So he made the match official, and the rematch was set for this Sunday. Money in the Bank. We are ready for these two to clash again. It was incredible at the Bash, but like I said, it didn't get that ending that we all wanted. Could that happen here tonight? We are about to find out. Oh, what has he got on him this time? The Velveteen Dream. Well, okay. certainly an interesting look from the US champion. It's almost as if he's accepted his darker side, his rebellious side, his NWO side. The United States champion making a fashion statement before he seeks to make a statement, before he seeks to leave Chicago, still the United States champion. We saw abstract chaos to close things out on Monday Night Raw, all surrounding a kendo stick. In a tag team matchup, it was Velveteen Dream and Shinsuke Nakamura on one side. It was Daniel Bryan and the World Heavyweight Champion Hiroshi Tanahashi on the other. And it was a match that ended, like I said, in complete chaos. Shinsuke Nakamura came in with the kendo stick and took out Tanahashi. Bryan took out Nakamura. Dream went to use the kendo stick. Bryan took it out of his hands. And then locking the Velveteen Dream in a yes lock using the kendo stick. Dream tapped out, and if he does that here tonight, there is a new United States champion in town. Could that happen? We are going to find out in this matchup. Like I said, if anything, the anger that we saw from the bash and the anger that we saw from the use of the kendo stick on Monday Night Raw, if anything, it's only added more to this matchup. It's only put another edge to this matchup. It's only made things more personal. What started as a match for the US title has become something else. Daniel Bryan, before the bash, said he wanted to be the Velveteen Dream's personal nightmare. Well, I think it's do or die for Bryan to make that statement come true. Velveteen Dream yet to lose since arriving to Monday Night Raw. Yet to be pinned or submitted since his arrival. Only one man has ever beat him, and he competes for the ECW Championship later on this evening. That, of course, being Tyler Bate. Could another man be added to that list, though? Could there be a second name on it? Could Daniel Bryan also claim that rare victory over the Velveteen Dream? Great attire by Dream this evening, must be said. But will it be a fruitful factor in guiding him to where he wants to be? And that is out of this arena with that United States Championship still in his possession. We are about to find out. Hopefully this time there's no controversy. There's no what if. There's no double count out. There's a straight match. There's a straight fight to the finish. And we leave with one of these men as the United States champion. Daniel Bryan, Velveteen Dream. We've been waiting for this one over these last 2 weeks, and here we go. Both men staring down with one another. And Chicago letting it know whose side they're on. Bryan out of the gates with kicks. Maybe trying to pace himself. Maybe trying to make sure that he doesn't let his rage get the better of him like he did at the bash. But Daniel Bryan with an impactful start here. Running elbow. Dream a little bit slow out of the gates. Maybe he's still reeling. Maybe there's a little bit of fear from Velveteen Dream after he saw what Bryan is capable of when he used that kendo stick on Monday night. Suplex attempt by Dream too early in this contest. Bryan pulls out an easy counter to it. Front face lock now into a guillotine. Into a guillotine lock here on Dream. Trying to make him tap out early. Trying to claim the United States Championship early on for what would be a record-setting third time. Velveteen Dream powers his way out of it though. Nicely done indeed. And now... oh no, this is something big to be looking for this early, and that's why Bryan escapes the hold. Cracks him with that shot. Drop kick. Oh no. Out of the way moves the Velveteen Dream. German suplex now from Dream. Cover on Bryan to put him away. Only a 1 count, not really much of a surprise there. Velveteen Dream now. Oh! Overhead suplex there. Great strength from the Dream being executed. Daniel Bryan staggering and stumbling. The champ in control right now. Up high he goes. What could happen here? Double axe handle. Cover made. Look at the way he drapes the knee basically over the chest there of the challenger. Daniel Bryan quick to kick out though, but it's still Velveteen Dream in control of this contest. It's still Dream leading the way here. Oh, counter made by Bryan. And finally the challenger getting a bit more life in this one. Hurricanrana now. No surprise that these two guys were able to counter one another. I think the bash told them enough about their moves, about how they execute their moves. And obviously they're going to try and find counters out of holds as well, because they want to win this so bad. They want to beat their opponent. That's all they want, is to beat the other. And after everything that's gone on between these two guys, that's A, not surprising, and B, I'd expect it. Daniel Bryan now loading up double drop kicks in the corner. And the cover is made for the title kick out. Bryan now working over the arm. Maybe setting things up for that yes lock. Maybe trying to take away the purple rainmaker as well. Make his life easier in this one. Could well be the case. Dream powers his way out of it. And still this one rolls on, with both sides looking for that first big move in this one. Seen bits and pieces being hit, seen a lot of scrapping going on. And here it comes. Dream Valley Driver connects. There's the first big move of the match. Dream into the cover kick out. Nearly won at that as well. Was that a 1 count on Bryan? I believe it was. We've seen Velveteen Dream take other methods to get into the skin of Daniel Bryan as well. He locked in the yes lock on the Monday Night Raw following the bash in an attempt to try and get under Bryan's skin that little bit more, which may not have been the best move following what took place at the bash. Daniel Bryan now bouncing back on the top rope, but oh, Dream rolled onto his hands and knees trying to get himself out of harm's way, but Bryan patiently waits up there. Hurricanrana as the champion down. What will Daniel Bryan do now? Northern Lights suplex. Lovely bridge. The cover's made. Will he put away Dream? Oh, he almost did. And he almost won the United States Championship for a 3rd time with it. Hear the thud in that forearm as he perches Dream up on the top rope now. What are we going to see from all the way up there? Hurricanrana! Super Hurricanrana for Bryan in the corner now, looking for the running knee. Velveteen Dream moves out of the way. Oh, and it was a good thing that he did as well. He would have been done for. Dream, look at that, looking over the challenger once again. Just how he did a few weeks ago when he had laid him out in the ring. Re-emerging signals from the champion, and he puts Daniel Bryan up on the top rope. It's Dream's turn to take a big risk. Oh my goodness, what in the world has he got in mind? Fireman's carry senton! Jesus Christ! Dream now on the 2nd rope. Daniel Bryan could be winded from that one. No! If anything, he could have just tried to wind Velveteen Dream with a punch right in the gut. And now, here come the kicks. Right in the chest of Dream. And across the head for good measure. Daniel Bryan having the number of the champion, I would argue, in this match more The champion has the challenger. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 not again. This ended badly last time. This led to the double count out, but Daniel Bryan feels like he has to do it. Suicide dive! And the chants are not wrong. Suicide dive for Bryan to the outside. And the referee will start his count again. And we all cross our fingers and hope they've learnt their lesson. Up on the shoulders. Oh no. Oh, he's not sending it back in the ring. Sending him into the apron. Snake eyesing him down on it essentially. The referee continues to count. Up to 5 now. Oh boy. Usually I'm not worried about this, but on this occasion I am. With these two guys I am. The count's up to 7, please. Don't let it happen again. We're up to 9. No! And both men able to make it back in before the 10 count. Oh. The matchup continues on inside the ring. Daniel Bryan with a flurry of kicks for the Velveteen Dream to endure. He now takes it up to the top rope. We're about to have a flying goat. In comes the headbutt. No! Dream moves out of the way. And for the first time in a long time, Dream's able to get some offense in. I am blown away by Daniel Bryan's resiliency. They're keeping right up to his feet. These two guys didn't fall for the same mistake as they did at the Bash, and if that's any indication, we are going to get a winner here this evening. Flips over Dream, ducks the forearm, in with an elbow. Bryan's fired up now. And here come more torturous kicks for the Velveteen Dream to endure. His body is going to be in absolute agony. Across the head for good measure. Daniel Bryan now. Bryan seeking victory. Yes lock. Yes lock. The yes lock is applied. Velveteen Dream got to crawl ahead of him if he wants to make the ropes. Dream. Oh, I thought he was going to tap. I thought when Bryan snapped that neck back there, I thought he was tapping. Dream is still in this one somehow. Dream's still hanging on in there. What a match it has been. Feels like I've said this so often this weekend, but it's a shame one of these guys have to lose. Up on the top rope now. Bryan kicks in the chest by Dream. And there's breast takedown now. Velveteen Dream finding some fire in him. Bryan rolls out of the ring. Dream on the apron. What will he do here? Double axe handle. And Bryan sent into the steps to go along with it. Dream taking measures into his own hands there to make sure the count doesn't get anywhere near what it did at the Bash, restarting it to bring Daniel Bryan back in the ring. What will happen now? Velveteen Dream big booting Bryan in the face. The challenger's in trouble all of a sudden. Velveteen Dream is spent, so too is Daniel Bryan. You can tell these guys have left everything on the line in this ring. Dream in. Dream Valley Driver. And hang on a minute. In the corner. The running knee to Bryan. Daniel Bryan's own move used against him. Exactly how he did with Bobby Roode when he hit the glorious DDT. Before coming down with this purple Rainmaker. Velveteen Dream has retained the United States title. What a match. But it's the Dream who conquers the Yes Movement. Velveteen Dream is your winner, is still the United States champion. The Dream lives on out of Chicago. The Velveteen Dream has done it. But we keep on going here at Money in the Bank, the first world title matchup of the evening. Get ready, everyone. It's gonna be good. Villain versus Rainmaker. Marty Scurll versus Kazuchika Okada. Two men synonymous with the world titles in this universe meet up next with a WWE title on the line. It's been a great evening of action so far here at Money in the Bank, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better. We're in the tail end of things now. We are on the serious side of the spectrum for this contest. And pretty much for every contest that follows after this, the WWE Championship straps ourselves in. Marty Scurll, Kazuchika Okada, one-on-one. Bigger fish have been frying on SmackDown Live. But there is no ignoring the fact that these two men do meet this evening. And the WWE Championship is up for grabs. Marty Scurll is already a two-time world champion. He is already the longest reigning world heavyweight champion we've ever seen in this universe. Can he add WWE Championship to that accolade? Can he break hearts in the building once again, where he broke the hearts of Chicago's crowd when he took the title, when he retained the World Heavyweight Championship over CM Punk in this very building a year ago? Can he do all of that again to leave with the WWE Championship this time around? We are about to find out. Marty Scurll is ready for the opportunity in front of him. But of course we all know you never count out a Rainmaker. You never count out the WWE Champion. And no matter what Scurll has done to get under the skin of this man, no matter what has happened heading into Money in the Bank, it's a different story when you're in the ring with the Rainmaker. Marty Scurll met Kazuchika Okada in a straight one-on-one contest to determine if Scurll would challenge for the WWE Championship or not. He won off of the assist of AJ Styles. But it really was what happened on this past episode of SmackDown that had people talking. After Scurll's victory over Kevin Owens, he went backstage and there stood a Rainmaker to stare down with him. Okada looked into the eyes of his challenger before Money in the Bank. He looked good into them. It was as if he was trying to make sure that Scurll knew whom he was meeting at Money in the Bank and what for. Scurll took a response to that in his own way, smashing a trash can over the head of the WWE Champion and then a steel chair to go along with it. Marty Scurll has done nothing but try and blindside Okada when possible. How can he do that here tonight? Disqualifications, countouts, all the usual is in effect. And so if Marty Scurll wants to leave Chicago with the WWE Championship, he's going to have to out-wrestle Okada, which, as we all know, is far easier said than done. Okada is ready for this evening, though. Having just passed over 70 days as WWE Champion, his second reign, of course. This time last year, himself and Katsuyori Shibata tore the house down in this building in a battle about respect. There's no respect between these two guys. Scurll doesn't want respect, doesn't want to show anyone respect. Absolutely no doubt about that one. And if he's not willing to show Okada any, Okada has no reason to show him any in return. This is all about that WWE Championship. This is all about being the face And with it, the ace of SmackDown Live, Scurll would love to add a win over Kazuchika Okada to his list of accolades in this universe that include the likes of retiring Sting. And of course, that longest reigning World Heavyweight Championship reign that he had from WrestleMania last year, all the way up to the series finale in October at No Way Out. We'll see if that'll happen or not. WWE Championship is up for grabs right now. Strap ourselves in, and here we go. The bell rings, and we are underway. Scurll versus Okada. Both guys a little bit hesitant out of the gates. Scurll giving up weight to Okada, giving up height to Okada. This their second meeting between each other in almost as many weeks. Doubt we'll be seeing the actions of AJ Styles making an impact on this contest. Out there by Scurll. Quick flurry of strikes, but doesn't seem to be putting in enough power to Okada to put him down. Elbow in the back there. Right down on that neck. Knee in the gut now. Forearm in the face attempt. Scurll able to come up with the counter. I'm not too certain about Scurll's plan right now to try and outstrike Okada. I don't think Okada's a guy who you can hit forearms into and expect him to go down unless you're a guy who's taller and heavier than him. If you're Brock Lesnar, yeah, makes sense. Not really that certain about being Marty Scurll, though. Back elbow there from the WWE Champion now. You know, Okada's already had so much happen in this year. His wars with Corin, Shinsuke Nakamura, and of course that crowning moment at WrestleMania, the return of the Rainmaker. And after 7 months, finally bringing that WWE Championship home with him for the first time since before SummerSlam. He could have taken out of his house for the very final time, heading into this evening, facing a guy like Marty Scurll. Scurll doing now, going outside of the ring here. Hang on. Scurll with a steel chair in hand right now. What the hell is that all about? Referee doing the smart plan there. Taking it out of the hands of Scurll. What was the idea there? Scurll trying to use a weapon right in front of the referee. That would have resulted in a disqualification, no doubt about it. Crowd a little bit skeptical about that one. And so am I. I have no idea what the villain's plan was, but it has enabled Okada to find an opening. Ear raid crash neck breaker from the champion. Cover made. Kick out at 1. Scurll able to power out just in time there. No real surprise. Thrust kick into the gut now by the 2-time world champion. Watching these two guys right now, seeing what the game plan is as this matchup goes on. It's definitely not going to be a sprint to the finish. Okada matches, typically not that style. You know the resiliency of Okada is so prevalent. It's such an important factor to his victory. And even though Scurll just spiked him on his head there, it's never enough to finish off a guy like Okada. You need so much to put him away. And very few have. In his tenure in this universe, Okada goes behind. Back suplex. Spin out bomb from the Rainmaker. Cover. Scurll's arm under the ropes. Okada going up to the top rope here. Elbow drop in coming from Okada. Scurll had it red. Shows you that he's been reading up on the playbook of the champion. If he's able to get his way out of that when he knows what the big moves of Okada could be. Driving his head into the mat again. Remember back to Backlash. With that match against AJ Styles, the damage that was done to Okada's neck. It's again Okada staggering. Scurll has again got that chair in his hand though. He's going to try and smash it out of the head of the Rainmaker. Referee with an all-important save. And Okada will take control with a big boot. What is Scurll trying to do? It's the second time he's tried to use that chair now. For what purpose? He usually gets himself disqualified. Okada has him. Jawbreaker to get himself out of that chin lock. Over and outside. Marty Scurll sent over the top rope there with that Irish whip from the WWE Champion. Count begins here. Let's see what will happen now. Counter to that forearm. Step up kick in the head. Marty Scurll got all of that one. And again with the chair. Referee can't stop it this time. But Okada can. That won't be a DQ. That was Scurll's momentum being used against him. In the corner now, the plan of the villain has backfired on him immensely. Cover made, kick out. Scurll turns him round. Oh, what a neck breaker. He may not be able to use the weapon, but he's certainly able to inflict a lot of damage on the neck of Okada. Re-emerging neck injuries. And neck strain could be about to be exposed as the chicken wing is applied. Could Okada submit to the chicken wing? Could the Rainmaker give the title up to the villain? Oh, the referee could have almost called for the bell there. Okada's arm moved, but he didn't tap out. The champion still in this one, and now striking away on the body of the villain to the outside again. We go. Seems as if the longer this match has gone on, the more aggressive Okada's gotten, but Scurll one-upping him, DDTing him on the outside. Good God, the head and the neck of Okada must be feeling great pain. He's going to do it again, isn't he? He is. He's going with that chair again, and Okada again able to deny it. On the outside, back suplex, count up to 7. Okada not going to be a guy to try and get a DQ. He'll send Scurll back in the ring. Wait. Okada with the chair. Oh my God! Okada had enough of Scurll's games. The Rainmaker has snapped for all the attacks on him. Okada's lost it. Scurll wins it by DQ, but what the hell? The villain may have just broke the Rainmaker. I can't believe it. I never would have expected to see something like that from Okada, but we gotta move on. That's a talking point for SmackDown Live. Coming up next, world title on the line, Shinsuke Nakamura, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Oh, sweet Jesus, this is gonna be good. There are old rivals, and there are these two. They are more than old rivals. Shinsuke Nakamura and Hiroshi Tanahashi's history goes outside of this universe, but it re-emerges itself here tonight. They've had wars in the past to be the ace, and they have won again for the ace of Monday Night Raw. Shinsuke Nakamura returns to the brand in the draft where he won his one and only World Heavyweight Championship. It was at this event 3 years ago he won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Shinsuke Nakamura had the chance to qualify for it, but he never wanted it. It was all a ruse. It was all a fun game in the mind of Nakamura. What he really wanted was the world title. What he really wanted was the World Heavyweight Championship once again. What he craved was to take it from Tanahashi. And these two men will meet here tonight inside this building to determine who leaves with that world title. King versus Ace. This is going to be a big one. Both guys competed at the Bash. Both guys closed out the Bash as well, staring down at one another. But Nakamura has had the more impactful message sent when he laid out Tanahashi in the locker room 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, and you can tell what this means to Tanahashi. An old rivalry, a battle from his older times, and an olden theme of the ace. I have not heard this one in a long, long time, but Tanahashi clearly rewinding the clock a few years to remind Nakamura of their past. I love it. It's these little things from Tanahashi that he just takes great joy in pulling off. Tanahashi, of course, broke the hearts of many when he defeated Christian at the Bash in an absolutely sensational match. A match that I was completely drawn into. Tanahashi left with the world title around his waist, and now he sees that man standing outside of the ring, eyeing up that title, wanting to take it away from his waist in the King of Strong style. Will that happen here this evening? We are in the midst of finding out. The first world title match of the evening went a bit more chaotic than we were expecting. And ended definitely in something that we will continue talking about on this week's SmackDown Live, I imagine. But as for right now, it is Monday Night Raw's job to put on a world title match that we can all thoroughly enjoy. And I think with these two guys in the ring, that's absolutely going to be the case. Shinsuke Nakamura, the challenger, the former world champion, the man seeking to take that title away from this man, much like Okada. He claimed that title at WrestleMania. Just passing over 70 days and looking to hold on to it again. He is, of course, the ace of Monday Night Raw. He is Hiroshi Tanahashi. Who leaves tonight? Who leaves Chicago as the World Heavyweight Champion? Our answer lies just around the corner, but it is going to be quite the journey to make it around there. These two guys know each other inside and out. These two guys know each other better than most family members do. Here we go. What a match it's gonna be. Nakamura, Tanahashi. They know, for as well as they know each other, they can't go straight to firing blows at one another. I think Tanahashi knows he can't do that against a guy like Nakamura. He'll just knee and knee until his jaw is taken away from him. He has to start this one slow. He has to get the feeling out past. It's been a long time since these guys met one-on-one. Matter of fact, I don't think they've even met one-on-one in this universe. This is their first meeting between one another, and look at that. As Nakamura gets in his flair and his confidence, Tanahashi stands back and lets it happen. These two guys, they may well have this constant rivalry between one another, but there is, in the underlying tones of it all, such a mutual respect that they share. I think it's a case, though, where neither side really wants to admit it. So look there, quick punch from Nakamura. And look at this now. He wants to fight Tanahashi. Tanahashi comes walking in to a flurry of forearms, and we saw this at TakeOver with Cage and Cobb. We're seeing it now. Forearms to the face from champion and challenger. Let fly on one another. The warrior side of them, but Tanahashi gets the upper hand, rather surprisingly, you could say. Nakamura quick to counter there. Gets him with a forearm now. And it's Nakamura's turn to get in a few shots on the champion. And he drives him off of his feet and into the mat. Oh, we're going to get some good vibrations in the corner from Nakamura. And then stomped right in the chest. Shinsuke Nakamura loving being in control of this contest right now over Tanahashi. Enjoying to put the hurt on an ace who has already got so much on his body. Nakamura, I think, has some more natural confidence going through him. You know, you got to think to that attack on him on Raw where he laid him out in the locker room. You gotta think to what he said as well after the bash when he said to Tanahashi, this is easy to him considering that Tanahashi struggled to beat Christian. Nakamura may well be underselling what the Ace is capable of. Good flurry of strikes there from Tanahashi. He's going to look for a suplex of his own now, and he'll get it on Nakamura. These two guys taking turns to have the lion's share of the offense in this one. Oh, what a kick in the chest, though. And coming in with a kick across the face as well to crown a new world champion too early. In the turnbuckle we go now. What could happen here? Nakamura stumbling Tanahashi out. Oh, need him right in the back. Tanahashi grabbing on the small of his back briefly. Cover made by Nakamura, looking to win that world title back for the first time in over 2 years. He is working over the back of Tanahashi right now, but the Ace shrugs off the kick, only to get knocked down by another one right across his jawline. Nakamura now has him up. Landslide, he got him with it. Cover made. Will it be enough for a new world champion? Kick out from Tanahashi at 2. This match picking itself up a little bit now. Nakamura doing more damage in this one, has to be said. He's hit the harder moves. He's had more offense over the Ace. And he might be about to end it. Kinshasa, no! Kinshasa attempt was there, but the counter was also from Tanahashi. Swing blade! And Tanahashi takes himself up high. High fly flow to retain. Oh, it's a kick out of 1. Tanahashi's reaction told the whole tale. Disbelief almost at how early that kick out was. Dragon suplex, cover, lovely bridge, and again Nakamura's shoulder is up at 2. Sorry, at 1. There was no life in Nakamura to those shots, but there wasn't exactly a whole lot behind them from Tanahashi either. Both these guys already showing a little bit of signs of fatigue. Tanahashi unloading away with repeated shots to Nakamura here over and over again. He's loading them into him. There's nothing right now coming from Nakamura. This is all Tanahashi. It's almost as if he's saying to Nakamura, let's have a fight. Oh! Nakamura will respond with a Saito suplex to let him know that he'll take him up on that fight. And now, axe kick. Down on the back of the neck, where it connects up to the spine. He is doing damage to the head and neck now. Saito suplex, dropping him almost on the top of his head. And then snapping that arm back. There's nothing fancy about what Nakamura is doing right now, but it damn sure is effective. Tanahashi able to counter though. Uppercuts him off his feet. You're really getting some elements of strong style in this one. A lot of striking from either side. And a lot of hard hitting. Slams into the mat as well. Tanahashi now stomping a mud hole into the gut of Nakamura as he seeks to retain his title. Irish whip off the ropes comes Nakamura into a German suplex. Oh my goodness. Viciousness there demonstrated by the champion, but Nakamura finally able to break out a counter in this one. Irish whip of his own. Back body drop, more damage done to the back. And cranking that neck. And you can see from how long Tanahashi takes to recover that he is hurt now. Knee across the face of Tanahashi. Could it be enough? Amazing to see these athletes still able to kick out at 1 after everything that's gone on. Tanahashi moves out of the way. Dragon suplex. No, has to think on his feet. Straight jacket German. Cover from the Ace for victory. Another kick out at one. Just trading with one another here. Huge clothesline there from the King of Strong Style. And he's in the right place at what looks to be the right time. He's going to come flying in. Had to really extend that knee. I think that was more of a boot in the face than what it was a knee. And that's why Tanahashi was still getting up to his... He was sitting up there. But he almost lost the world title at the same time. Nakamura turns him round, and a third Saito suplex in this contest. Think of how much damage is being done to the Ace's neck on top of the damage that's already there that he's picked up throughout of his career. Elbow drop from Nakamura, goes into the cover for the title. Will he get it? Oh, so close. But maybe this is the finishing piece to the puzzle. Kinshasa! He couldn't go for the cover right away. Tanahashi was tangled up in the ropes, but now, middle of the ring, Tanahashi kicks out at two. Nakamura can't believe it, but that moment, that time it took him to drag him away from the ropes could have been the difference between a 3 count and the 2 count that he got. Nakamura letting his aggression slide right now. Ushigoroshi down on the back of the neck again for Tanahashi. Flurry of strong style strikes. Retaliate, recovering in the corner. Tanahashi's at least trying to do. That's just not happening. Nakamura standing, praying over him. It's like he sees a weak animal right in front of him and the chance to pounce with the final blow. Landslide! From all the way up there. Cover is made for the title. Oh, he almost had him, but Tanahashi's out of it again. Nakamura has been in control for a long time now, and they may have been commentators' curse. Tanahashi fights out of the exploder. On the second rope he stands. High fly cross for the second rope. Not really enough room to get all of it. Lifts him up to his feet now. Oh, here we go. Twist and shout from the Ace. Up on that second rope. Went for the senton. Nakamura moved out of the way. What a contest this has been from these two tremendous rivals. Single leg Boston Crab being applied now. Tanahashi, though, not staying in that hold for long. Quickly kicks it away. Went for a huge lariat there. You can tell how much he put into it because he stumbled. Came off his feet briefly. Up on the top rope we are now. Once again, Nakamura moves out of the way. Oh! Hot shots the throat of Nakamura into the ropes. He goes up high. He goes up high. High fly. Knees up. And Nakamura now. Exploder suplex. He's feeling it. He could be sensing a second world title. Kinshasa is counted again. And an immense counter from Tanahashi at that. German suplex to go along with it. I don't know how Tanahashi's still able to do stuff like this, but he is, and he's going up on the top rope. He calls Nakamura to his feet though. No high fly flow yet. Has to chop down on the head. I think Nakamura was too close for what Tanahashi was envisioning, which I imagine was a high fly cross on the outside now. Tanahashi, after countering that Kinshasa, has control, and just like we saw at the Bash on the outside, twist and shout from the Ace. Simply devastating maneuver. Back in the ring we go now. Up on the top rope goes Tanahashi. And maybe this time he'll get what he wants. High fly cross. Nakamura's down. But not out of it just yet. Tanahashi has to ensure it. A lariat knocks him off his feet. High fly flow. He got him. Ace beats King. Tanahashi retains the World Heavyweight Championship once again. 2 weeks between title defenses, but that didn't stop him. Hiroshi Tanahashi beats his old rival. He beats a formidable foe in Shinsuke Nakamura, and in another exciting, emphatic contest from both men, Tanahashi leaves with another win. Great stuff as always. Tanahashi, your winner. Who is next for the ace? We will find out as time goes on, but we know what's next up Money in the Bank here this evening. It's a battle. It's a family feud. It is a battle between brothers for the leadership of the originals. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor up next. This has been brewing for a long time, and it finally boils tonight. The Originals, a family with a leadership role that can't be decided, as two men butt heads with one another over the chance to be the leader. On one side, there's Finn Balor, the man who has found himself opposed to the family, the man who's had his own brother turn on him for glory, the man who looks to take the lead. On the other side, AJ Styles, the leader of the family, the man who calls the shots, the man who's caused problems for weeks. For Finn Balor, tonight, the two members of the Originals meet. While this family shows little respect for others, we may see no respect tonight between these so-called brothers. This may be all in the name of family, but our brotherhood will be tested, all for the desire to be the leader. A family torn. Could tonight repair it? What we thought was just a little bit of a disagreement in the Originals has turned into a power struggle for it now. Both these guys want the same thing. And I don't think, in the case of Finn Balor, he wants it because he craves being the leader. I don't think he wants it because that's all he wants in this group is to be the leader. I think he wants it because he wants to stay in control of this group. He wants the Originals to stay together. He wants this family to stay strong. He doesn't think, though, that AJ Styles is the one to lead it. And what I would say in response to that, you picked him. It's your own fault. I hate to say it. I don't care who wins this one. I dislike the Originals. They are a cancer to SmackDown Live. They have taken out the SmackDown Live general manager in the process. There is not a side to be chosen in this one, in my opinion. I don't care who wins this. I honestly hope they do knock 7 bells out of each other. Hell, take each other out. If you want to have this family feud, then keep on going. It really doesn't bother me either way. I strongly dislike the Originals and what they stand for. But we have this matchup here this evening. Finn Balor and AJ Styles. I understand Balor's viewpoint, where he's coming from. He wants a family to stay together. But it's a family that I dislike. It's a family that has made its statement apparent from the moment it was formed to rule SmackDown Live by any measures. I'm not going to say, oh, I stand with Finn Balor, because at the end of the day, this surrounds the Originals. Do I sympathize with Balor's cause more than Styles's? Yeah, okay, I do. I'll admit it. That doesn't mean I have to support him. I absolutely don't. In my opinion, there's no good side in this one. There's a man who wants to keep a family together in his own envisionment, and there's a man who wants to rule the family by his own way. At the end of the day, it comes down to the fact it's still the same family. It's still the originals. It's still a detestable unit. I do not side with either in this contest. But there is no denying that although we'll have a battle for the leader right now, these two men, these two guys are great athletes, and they are going to put on a great showing here to beat the other, to take that leadership role. And I have to question as well, outside of these two guys, where do the other allegiances lie? We know where Tama Tonga lies. He made that statement apparent at Backlash when he heeded the call of AJ Styles and took the Intercontinental title away from Finn Balor. But where do the others lie? Where does Becky Lynch lie? Where does Tangaloa and Bad Luck Fale lie in all of this? It's a serious question to ask. Even if it is about a group like the Originals, where does the rest of the family lie in the midst of this power struggle? We basically know where one of them lies. What about the other three? Well, by the end of this evening, there is going to be a controlling factor in the Originals. There will be a leader. AJ Styles said that once he was done with this, he wanted to send Finn Balor down to NXT. He wanted him gone from the Originals if he won here tonight. That's why I don't sympathize with either cause. If AJ Styles wins, the Originals are still led by him. But Finn Balor, a tremendous athlete like Balor, could be gone from SmackDown Live. And again, if Balor wins, he leads the Originals and they stay together. Whatever happens at the end of tonight, there is still an Originals on SmackDown Live. That's what stops me from supporting Finn Balor. These two guys have waited. They waited until tonight to come to blows. It's all been about their messages. It's all been about their actions up until this moment. And you can see right from the very get-go, there is no intentions of using feeling out processes. These brothers know each other well enough. That was a bloody Sunday there. Finn Balor's own move used against him, but too early in this contest to try and put him away. Both these guys, former world champions. Both these guys with tremendous success in this universe. Michinoku driver from Balor. Cover made on Styles. This isn't going to be about getting the win early on. This is going to be about just wearing down the opponent. And covering them is a good way to do that early on. Nice basement drop kick there from Balor. Quick flurry of strikes, and AJ Styles caught off guard in the early goings of this matchup. DDTs him into the mat as well. Styles kicks out right away there. Interesting stuff indeed as he rolls now to the outside to try and catch a breather. Countered Balor. Oh! Blockbuster back in the ring off that springboard cover made kick out. Great stuff so far in the early goings between these two men. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. It's not about, oh, how will the Originals fare coming out of this? I'm just looking forward to a great contest. AJ Styles, powerbomb, stacks him, flips over into that cover. Will he maintain the leadership role? Not happening. Up on that second rope now. Went for the axe handle, moved out of the way there. Saito suplex from Balor. It's a lovely move, that one is. Especially when someone you don't like is getting dumped on their head. Irish whip now off the ropes. What will Balor do here? Drops it under. Didn't have enough time or space to connect with what he wanted. But oh, great aggression being shown there as he takes AJ Styles over the top rope. What will we see here? Oh, just stomping him in the face. AJ Styles staggered from that one for a little bit there. To the outside again we go this evening as the fight continues on into that announce table. Oh, good response from Balor there to that snapmare. On the outside with a sling blade. Great aggression being shown by Balor as he gets back up on the apron here. What will Balor do? Double axe handle. Simple but effective. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting something else from Balor there, but not to be. Count continues on right now. Styles is back in the ring. Balor waiting on the apron to pounce on AJ Styles. Incoming drop kick. Got all of it. Styles never saw it coming. Cover made. Will Balor win? Kick out. And not a very strong one at that from AJ Styles. Only just barely getting the shoulder up in time. Finn Balor has his sights set on ending this bloody Sunday. He looked for, but he never got. Back suplex, no. Face buster instead. Cover made. That's a rope break if ever I've seen one. Lovely step up in Zaguri there from AJ Styles. On the two-time World Heavyweight Champion. Styles in now. Again with that power bomb. He got him with it. Doesn't stack it this time. But you could see how much power he put into it from the bounce off the mat. It came Finn Balor's way. Slipped his way out of that one there. Nicely done. Forearm in the face there from Finn Balor. He'll take things up high. Is he thinking coup de grace already? No, no. Calling AJ Styles to his feet. Oh, what a drop kick. What a missile drop kick from Finn Balor. That was beautiful. And now here we go. Forearm. Forearm. Sling blade. Finn Balor still going to work, but AJ Styles there finally breaking out something to stop Finn Balor in his tracks. Has been a great match thus far. Oh, hanging him out there with that top rope, essentially guillotining him into it. Now on the apron, AJ Styles in position. Phenomenal forearm. Phenomenal forearm connects. And that could be all it takes to rid Finn Balor out of the originals. He kicks out at 2. AJ Styles thought he had done enough, but it wasn't to be. Balor still in this one. Cross arm breaker now by Styles. Balor close to the ropes, but AJ Styles is between him and those precious ropes he needs. Balor gonna have to fight his own way out of it, and he does just that. And fighting back as well. Finn Balor definitely going to need to find a second wave within him after that phenomenal forearm. Seven Zaguri rocks Styles there. More strikes being inflicted here. German suplex to go along with it. Bridges, will it be enough? Kick out at 1. AJ Styles doing more to hang on in there. Maybe than Finn Balor is. Kick in the gut now from Balor. Oh, good running drop kick there. Lined that one up, and smart thinking from Styles. Rolls out of the ring. Up to the top rope goes Balor. But Styles comes charging back in the ring and sends him off the top rope. Now it's Styles who goes up high. Frog splash. And will it be enough for victory? Whoa, kick out at 1. Very impressive kick out as well. Styles comes in with a forearm in the face there. Will that do it? Another cover is made. Again, he tries to put him away. And again, Balor's got the shoulder up at 2. Pump, handle, no. Balor just putting the kibosh on that, slipping his way out of it. And able to hang on in there. What are we going to see now from Balor? Maybe not got anything flashy up his sleeve. Maybe a little bit too fatigued after how intense this matchup has been from these two sides. They're fighting with everything they've got to lead the originals. To maybe put an end to this family warfare, to fix what they have broken. Up to the top rope now goes Balor again. Hurricanrana caught by Styles, but oh, he had to let him go there. Maybe he didn't have a good hold on him. I'm not too certain. What I do know is that could have been a Styles clash. Balor flipped his way out of it. Sunset flip kick out. Maybe keeping that as an early kick out for a reason there from Finn Balor. These two guys again, when they're up on their feet, it seems if Balor has the advantage. Look out, corner drop kick, nicely done. AJ Styles knocked to the outside. Finn Balor inside of the ring, my goodness! Clears the top rope and comes down on the phenomenal one. Incredible move. He calls Styles to his feet inside the ring. Can't capitalize with a drop kick. This time, Styles did have it read. And he goes to work now, yanking on the leg of Finn Balor. What a contest this has been thus far. Who leaves in control of the originals? Who leaves knowing they beat their brother? In the corner we go now with Finn Balor. Styles with a chop, but Balor comes back with one of his own. Sling blade again. Down goes AJ Styles. And he might be about to stay down permanently. Bloody hell! Balor sees the chance. Styles is in the middle of the ring. Finn Balor. Coup de grace! To end it all. For victory. Kick out from Styles. Finn Balor thought he had it there. A momentary just shock from Balor. He puts Styles on the top rope. He's looking to put him away. Styles is still in this one. Comes flying in. Plucked out of midair by Balor though. These two men are exhausted. Wait, Balor! Bloody Sunday! Bloody Sunday from Balor. Cover made. Finn Balor wins. Balor leads the originals. And the celebrations might be about to begin, because in an instant, it's Tangaloa, it's Bad Luck Fale, it's his family. We had speculated where these two men lay, but it seems as if it's well known. Wait! Fale! Fale with Balor! Are you kidding me? Bad Luck Fall! Bad Luck Fall! That was his bodyguard, that was his closest friend! Godstand from Tangaloa! There was never any plans of letting him rule. This was a setup. This was staged all along. This was a plan. Finn Balor may have won, but he is the leader in all but name. It is obvious where the originals lie, and it is with AJ Styles. Balor, your winner, but it's a hollow victory. There is no place in the originals for Finn Balor, only for AJ Styles. Folks, coming up next is our final bout of the evening before the main event. The ECW Championship is on the line. This has been building up now for almost 2 months. Seth Rollins, Triple H, Tyler Bate, who leaves as the ECW Champion. Tyler Bate, Seth Rollins, ECW Championship on the line. Triple H assaulting Bate, and now to Rollins. In Triple H's eyes, ECW needs him as the champion. Triple H just beat Tyler Bate. It's Seth Rollins. Curb stomp connects. Tyler Driver to Rollins. Chaos. You're kidding me. What the fuck? No. What? That didn't just happen. Please tell me that didn't just happen. That was Mustafa Ali on his shoulders. That was the Cruiserweight champion. That was a man who has nothing to do with our conflict. You really are a son of a bitch, aren't you? You really are the most evil prick this world has ever seen. I will take solace in the fact that you won't be on ECW this week. Looks like your suspension just stayed on a little longer, you prick. You have no idea. I would right now get up and take care of that business. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows I can't do anything about it. And he's using that to his own fun and games. One day this will stop. One day. One day. Right. I'm going to try and turn my mind off of that as soon as I can, because he wants the attention. He craves it. I'm not giving it to him. I'm not giving him the attention he wants. Can someone please, I don't care if you're on the roster or not, go back there and make sure that Mustafa Ali is still in the building. Make sure he didn't just leave with the Cruiserweight champion. Someone make sure that hasn't happened. I'm asking you. I'm asking anyone. Just please, go and make sure that that's happened. I have a match to focus on right now, and I have to focus on it here. And it's my job to sit here and commentate over these matches. It's just chaos. It's just no. Okay, I won't talk about it anymore. No, I'm not gonna let him have what he wants. We move on here, ladies and gentlemen. ECW Championship up for grabs. Tyler Bate and Triple H the challengers. There's been discussion over whether or not these two guys have been too involved with one another for the longest period of time. If they've been too concerned with one another, shall we say. If they've cared more about one another than they have the ECW Championship. And honestly, I can understand where that statement rings true. I can understand why Seth Rollins said that. Think about it. All that's happened, for those who of course have been watching ECW over these last few weeks regarding the ECW Championship picture, it's been a lot of Bate and Triple H. That's all that's pretty much about 85% of what's happened. It's been Seth Rollins who's had to remind everyone, this is about the title. This isn't about rivalries. This isn't about you disliking one another. This is about what I have around my waist. And he is damn right about it as well. It is about the title. It is about what he has and has held for going on 700 days. He just passed over 666 the other day. But will he continue on another day with it? Triple H and Tyler Bate looking at one another. I'm saying it right now, if the bell rings and they go after one another, you can forget it. In my mind, it's already game, set, and match Rollins. You don't ignore this guy. And Triple H felt that on ECW when he was laid out in the lock, when he was laid out backstage by this man, because Rollins had to knock some sense into him and remind him this is about the ECW Championship. And if that's the case, which it should be, it's about the ECW champion, It's about taking that title away from Seth Rollins. Yes, he doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title here tonight. We know that's the case. But if all that Triple H and Tyler Bate are focused on is one another, it's done. It's over. They're focused on one another. They're not focused on the third and most important party in this matchup. They won't leave with the title. Bate said this. He's been trying to get Triple H out of the way because all he wants to do is face Rollins and beat him. He wants to be the one to take the title away. And I understand Bate had that mentality long before Triple H got involved in this. He had it heading into Living Dangerously. But now, I don't know if I believe him. I don't know. I feel like Bate has become too... I'm trying to think of the right frame, the right word I can use here. It's almost as if he's become too overwrought with the thought of Triple H, with the thoughts of their rivalry, their battles with one another. It feels as if even if these guys don't beat Rollins here tonight, they'll just continue on as if nothing happened. And that wouldn't surprise me one bit. We'll find out in just a moment though. There are a million thoughts running through my head right now, as I'm sure you can imagine, but I'll do the best job I can to make sure my sole focus is on this match. I don't know anything about the state of Mustafa Ali right now. I can only say that I hope the guy's okay. He came here just to watch. And instead he's been taken out of the picture. Roll up here by Rollins. Triple H distracted. Rollins trying to win inside a few seconds. But not happening. Bate kicks at it too. Triple H would have regretted that one. There we go. Triple H going right for Bate, takes him down, but he used that as an opportunity to make sure he got his hands one-on-one on Rollins. So in all fairness, is a smart mentality. Trying to think, we've had a no-holds-barred match between Tyler Bate and Triple H. We had them two attacking one another in the ring. It really, since Living Dangerously, I think it's been two brief moments where Triple H and Rollins have interacted with one another. The attack following the no-holds-barred match, and Rollins knocking down Triple H on this past ECW. Outside of that, I can't think of anything else. Rollins comes in, knees Triple H, they didn't get all of it. Bate rolled out of the outside there after the knockdown by Triple H. And now these two men, I talked about them only having brief encounters with one another. Now they get to go wholeheartedly at each other. Triple H, atomic drop there to the champion. And Rollins taken off his feet by it. Bate and Triple H back into it now. Side headlock here by the game, taking care of Bate. Rollins back up to his feet. You can tell the strength that Triple H has had. I think he's added a lot to his strength game, his power game, ever since Living Dangerously, ever since the hair fled from the head of Triple H, as he said it himself. It was all about starting up a new opening. God's last gift from Rollins. Covers made for victory, kick out. This is all about a new side to Triple H, as he said it himself. This is the side of him that he's been lacking, that he's been needing to win that world title that has eluded him for so long in this universe. Spine buster from Triple H now. Floats over into the cover. Will it be enough to win the title? Bates in at 2. Oh, what an uppercut. You can hear the thud of that one. Triple H now. Fujiwara armbar on Bate. Look at how far he is stretching that arm back. The arm is not supposed to bend in that direction. Bate. Nice job getting out of it there. Oh, socked him. Not once, but twice. Triple H now. Backing up a little bit here. Rollins slams Bate down. I think there is a part of Rollins that's, they're still going at it with one another. And Rollins, as if to say that, when he knocked Bate down, as if to say, focus on me for a change. Give me a match. Plenty has happened between you two. Rollins now going up to the top rope. Champ in picture. What an elbow drop. 2/3 of the way over the ring at the very least. Cover made Triple H kicks out at 2. Bate comes back in the ring now, and it's Bate's turn to go up to the top rope. Rollins, though, has other things in mind. Kicks him off, but oh. Bate steps off the turnbuckle there, kicking Rollins in the face. Clothesline down to the ring again, however. And Rollins wants to steal a quick victory here. Looking to put away Triple H. Architects, annihilation. Bate down on the outside. Cover at Triple H, but the game kicks out at 2. Rollins thought he had it over and done with there, but Triple H hangs on a little longer. You know how bad the game wants that world title. And we saw it from his invasion of Living Dangerously, how much it means to him to finally have a world title around his waist, and he is literally choking out the champion to try and achieve that, to try and make it come true. Bate now, kicking away at Triple H. Knocks him down off his feet. Triple H rolls out of the ring, and we continue where we left off out of Living Dangerously. Tyler Bate in now. Tyler Bate. Tyler driving to Rollins for the title. Kick out. Rollins still alive. Skywalker. Cover made to retain, and Bate kicks out at 2. Their classic of Living Dangerously being continued on here this evening. Rollins somehow able to recover fairly quickly after the Tyler driver. Triple H comes back in the ring, and again, look, he goes right for Bate. Spinebusters him down. Now, is that going after Bate to try and... Wait a minute, Triple H covering Bate for the title. Oh, almost had it. Is that going after Bate to try and, you know, to continue where they left off, or is he going after Bate because of the desire, the same desire that maybe Tyler Bate has to get Bate out of this match and go after Rollins? I honestly don't know. Hard to tell right now. Cutters him down though, Triple H. Speaking of cutters, cut open with that one. Forearm in the face from Rollins. And Bate, also with a bit of blood on his face. Is that from the forearm or not? I don't know. Counter by Rollins. Thrust kick right in the gut there. Oh, went for a step in Zaguri. Bate dropped under at the perfect time. Intentional or not, I don't know, but it was a great counter, and he sends Rollins to the outside. So there's blood on both challengers. Slight cuts on their heads, and Bate now sees Triple H down the ring and may well see the opening necessary to take home the ECW title. Imagine the heartbreak for Rollins of having held that title for over 660 days and then losing it by not even being involved in the decision. That absolutely could happen in this one. In case you want to know about records with these guys in this contest, God's gift again, incoming from Rollins, gets it, doesn't go for the cover this time around. In case you want to know, Rollins has beaten Triple H. Wait a minute! You could add Tyler Bate to that list! Curb stomp! Will it be all over? It's a kick out. I'm fairly certain if Rollins wins here tonight, by the next time he defends his title, which is not for another 6 weeks after this pay-per-view, he will have surpassed 700 days. So that's how important this match is to Rollins. As he knocks Triple H down now. Forget what I was going to say about statistics. It's clear this match has just picked up and the blood has got worse on the face of Bate. Rolling wheel kick from Tyler Bate now. He covers. He looks for the win. It's a kick out. Rollins still hanging in this one right now. Triple H still recovering on the outside here. Whereas the other matches have been about feeling out process where they've been pacing one another. This has been a sprint from the opening bell. This has been a polar opposite to an Okada match. This has been far from a marathon. All these guys want to do is cross the finishing line first. And the way they're going, that finishing line is fast approaching. Triple H went for the pedigree on Rollins, I think. Bate didn't let that happen. DT, cover made. Almost won the ECW title there. Rollins is staggering on his feet right now. These guys have all knocked lumps out of one another in this contest. There's no denying it. And another lump about to come away at Tyler Bate. Pedigree! He tried to take care of Rollins. Didn't pan out how he wanted it to. And there's the powerbomb cutter that he is now nicknamed the Diamond Crusher. Architect. Annihilation! Stick a fork in it! It's over! It's done! Triple H, are you kidding me? Kicks out at 2 of them! That's the second Architect Annihilation he's kicked out of! Bate up to his feet, Rollins with it as well! Hurricanrana! Sling Blade! All sides! Both challengers roll out of the ring! Wait a minute, are you kidding me? Oh, elbow on the point of the head, I Bate, but it's Triple H. Who's in the intentions? Who's in the eyes of Rollins? Up on his feet, he picks him up. And to finish this deal, curb stomp connects. Triple H started this. Seth Rollins will finish it. Bring on day 700. Seth Rollins retains again. You can chalk that up as title defense number 17 for Seth Rollins. This was a war from the moment it broke out of Living Dangerously, and Rollins' point was true. Too focused on one another, not focused on the champion. Seth Rollins retains, but he puts the title down and picks up a microphone. What's the champion got to say now? What does he mean by bigger and better? Well, it's something from me, clearly. What? Ho ho ho! Rollins wants to go all out. He wants the Elimination Chamber next time around. Rollins, I swear at this point, his idea with this reign is just to put on bigger and better matches. Fine, you're on. We'll have the Elimination Chamber. But as for right now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The main event of the evening, the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is going to be immense. One of these 6 men will leave with that briefcase, with that contract. It's going to be a war, and it is up next. We have had one hell of an evening here in Chicago. We've had one hell of an occasion in Chicago. Between TakeOver and now tonight, there is one match to go. You see that briefcase hanging up there once again. The women put on a simply incredible one earlier on this evening, but this is not meant as offense to them. I think these guys are going to go one step beyond, especially when you've got a crazed maniac like the Time Bomb Hiromu Takahashi in it. Takahashi with experience in ladder matches, wrestled in a 6-man ladder match, 8-man ladder match even, earlier this year to reclaim the Cruiserweight title. After losing the title to Mustafa Ali, Takahashi said that he wanted to take a new future, take a new path, and that involved the move up to the heavyweight division, bulked himself up a little bit, and made the move up to the heavyweight division, defeated old rival Zack Sabre Jr. to qualify for this Money in the Bank ladder match. And now here he is this evening with the opportunity in front of him, representing ECW. But here comes the sole member of this match who has held that briefcase before in this universe, Dean Ambrose. It was many moons ago he held it, but Ambrose knows what it's like to be Mr. Money in the Bank, and he could do it here again, representing SmackDown Live. The Lunatic Fringe heading towards the ring right now. So far, the 2 men who have come out could cause absolute chaos in this matchup. That really says a lot about the caliber of athletes that have been put into this matchup. Crazed lunacies. We really know how to pick them here for this main event, but that's what's going to make this ladder match that much more insane. That is what's going to make it just so over the top. That's how you know there's going to be chaos when the first 2 people to make their way out into the ring are Hiromu Takahashi and Dean Ambrose. I love it. It's great. So here we go. And if you had to ask me to pick one of the strong favorites outside of ECW right now, this is him. I think there is every reason to believe he is going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. There is every reason to believe that Andrade Cien Almas could leave with that briefcase. Do I want it to happen? No, because it would be a guy who was on ECW 2 months ago winning a briefcase on Monday Night Raw. And I wouldn't really want Monday Night Raw to win the men's Money in the Bank briefcase for a 3rd year in the row. But if anyone was to do it on Monday Night Raw, that's the guy I want to do it. Yes, I'm well aware that both guys representing Monday Night Raw not 2 months ago were on ECW. Yes, I'm well aware we got ram-raided of talent in the draft, but still, that doesn't mean to say that I don't know the talent that is Andrade Cien Almas, that I don't appreciate the talent that he is, and that I don't think he's capable of pulling this off. So I absolutely do. I absolutely see it being the case. The thing is about Andrade, he's not going to be chaotic like Takahashi and Ambrose are. He's not going to be throwing everything out of the window to try and win this one. He's going to be smart. He's going to pick his places. He's going to be precise. He's going to be, in many ways, the same way I could see Randy Orton being in this matchup. Methodical, pacing, right place, right time kind of mentality. I think Ambrose and Takahashi could make a beeline for those ladders and just throw them at one another until one of them is decapitated by it. Andrade's not going to do that. But I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea what this guy could do in this match. The Black Heart makes his way out now. Representing SmackDown Live, it is Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa won a triple threat match in the past episode of SmackDown Live involving Samoa Joe and his rival. He quite literally took the spot right from him, rolling him up to achieve it. There are no roll-ups though in this Money in the Bank ladder match. You've got to climb that ladder. You've got to be willing to take that risk. Tommaso Ciampa has already taken a huge risk in 2019 back at the Royal Rumble, turning his back on Johnny Gargano, disbanding DIY, and with it he disbanded his future on ECW. It was a loser leaves ECW match between Gargano and Ciampa, last man standing. Gargano came out with the win. It was a war and then some, but it was one that Gargano won. But Ciampa finds himself in the right place here. What disappointed me in a way is that now looking back in hindsight, Gargano said that he didn't want to qualify for Money in the Bank. If he was going to win a title, he wanted to do it legitimately. He wanted to win the #1 contendership, wrestle on the pay-per-view, and win the title. But if he had won, if he had wanted to qualify, and he had won, we could have had Gargano Ciampa in this Money in the Bank ladder match. That would have been like a match within everything going on. That would have been exceptional. But it is Tommaso Ciampa instead who stands in this matchup. Maybe the past to DIY has fled from the mind of Tommaso Ciampa. Now it is all about being the Black Heart. Well, the Black Heart can be introduced to the Viper in just a moment as Randy Orton makes his way out of it. If you want me to say who I think the favorite is in this whole match, bam, there he is. And I'm not saying that purely out of ECW bias. I'm saying that out of the fact that no one looks as strong heading into this matchup as he does. No one has such a great record heading into it as he does. The only notch on Orton's record heading into Money in the Bank is a loss to Seth Rollins. So basically what I'm saying is the only notch he's got in his record is he lost to the greatest of all time. Everyone else has had some shaky wins and losses here and there. Everyone else has had a little bit of a rocky road to get here. Randy Orton, from the moment he qualified at Living Dangerously to now, has been pinpoint precise. Even in his match against Rollins, he tested the champion. Randy Orton said after he qualified, it didn't matter who else was in the ring. It didn't matter who else represented ECW. He said it was inevitable. He was leaving Chicago with that Money in the Bank briefcase. It is the attitude of Orton, the fact that he has backed it up, and the fact that since living dangerously, he has lost only once, that makes me think he's the favorite. Going off of statistics, going off of what is on paper, I think Randy Orton is absolutely the favorite in this one. Second, I would put probably Andrade, in all fairness. Maybe even, no, it's a tie, I would say. It's a toss-up between Andrade and Ciampa. Randy Orton, though, in my opinion, is the favorite, and I wouldn't say it would be a surprise to see him notch that briefcase down. There's 5 men in this one, and here comes the last man out. The man who I imagine is the pick of many in the audience to leave with this briefcase. The 2-time King of the Ring, the former Intercontinental and ECW Television Champion, the King of Wrestling, Kenny Omega. Omega heads towards the ring, and you know how bad he wants to win this, and I don't blame him in many ways. It's been SummerSlam was his last shot at a title. That's how long it's been for Kenny Omega since he last competed for a championship. Qualified for Money in the Bank in the most sketchiest way possible off of Shinsuke Nakamura deliberately getting himself disqualified. That's why I think Omega's road is a little more rocky. On top of that, on Monday Night Raw, he was defeated by Andrade. Omega, I know he can pull out incredible things out of the bag. He pulled out the match of the year last year with Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. But he needs to do something here tonight. He can't just rely on the greatest hits. Omega has been on a rocky road for a long time, long before he joined Monday Night Raw. He needs to do more if he wants to win here tonight. So here we go. 6 men in the ring. 1 Money in the Bank briefcase hangs above. Who will leave Chicago with it? We are about to find out. Strap yourselves in. This is going to be great. So let's see what we got going on right now. We got Takahashi and Andrade. We got Orton and Ambrose, and we got Omega and Ciampa. So we've got Raw versus ECW, SmackDown versus ECW, and no, what am I on about? We have SmackDown versus Raw, SmackDown versus ECW, Raw versus ECW. Yeah, I was right. Never mind, ignore me. Actually, don't do that. In the ring here, Orton looks for a suplex on Ambrose, who gets out of the way of that one. Cross-body and some quick shots as well. I noticed that Ciampa did dump Omega down on the announce table. Now in the ring with a Death Valley driver. Huge clothesline from Ambrose. I do wonder how long it'll take before a ladder comes out to play in this. I can't imagine it being much longer. We've got 2 at ringside this time around. If we have another one under the ring, Ambrose and Takahashi will go through it. And they won't even do a move through it. They'll just go through it for fun. So let's see what's happening here on the outside. Things aren't looking good for Ciampa. Deadlift German suplex into the thin padding. I think Andrade got knocked into the ladder by Takahashi. I'm interested to see how this one goes right about now. Early processes of a match are really good to seeing who's going where. Who's got what going for them. Even in the Money in the Bank ladder match, there can be a feeling out process. Hurricanrana on the outside there by Hiromu Takahashi. Orton with his vintage backbreaker in the ring there to Dean Ambrose. And as I said, he's looking like the favorite for a reason right now with the way in which he's putting the hurt on in this matchup. See what happens now. Irish whip by Ambrose. Sends Orton up and over the top rope. Goes outside of the ring though. Wait a minute. Everyone but Tommaso Ciampa converging on the ring right now, it would seem. Orton sends Ambrose over the top rope. Pump handle backbreaker there by Omega, the only one standing in the ring. Ciampa back in the ring. Takahashi comes in with him. Randy Orton standing firm over Dean Ambrose right now, but only briefly. In this ring, we have 2 former world champions. And they are both fighting on the outside right now. Both of you guys, I would say, are future world champions, though. Andrade, no doubt about it. DDT on the outside by Orton. I would say Andrade is a no-brainer. Oh, huge German suplex there by Andrade, speaking of him. Omega should have won a world title by now. Ciampa, probably if he wins. Takahashi definitely got some ways to go, but he's already got titles to his name, so he's already had a pretty successful career. Speaking of him, he's going to be the first one to go for the briefcase in this one. RKO from Orton! RKO from the Viper. Takahashi, meanwhile. Oh, electric chair, but I think Orton got more of the ladder than Takahashi did. Not that it matters. Randy Orton cleaning house. RKO to Ciampa. Threw Takahashi off the ladder and now throws Omega out of the ring. The Viper making an early statement to why I called him the favourite. Oh God, don't do it. For God's sake, guys, they're going to do it. Ambrose going for the briefcase. Takahashi takes the ladder over from underneath him. At least he chose the more sensible option than running up there with him. Ciampa in, the German suplexes the time bomb down. Look at Takahashi trying to get to his feet already. Omega now on Ambrose. Phoenix splash. Omega breaking out the ladder now and breaking the kneecaps of Dean Ambrose to go along with it. And the face of Hiromu Takahashi. Ciampa with the ladder and he hits Omega with it. Dumping it down on Hiromu here. Wait a minute. Ciampa going up high. What could we see here from Ciampa with that ladder draped across him? Oh, a save there. Andrade took the ladder. Takahashi moved out of the way anyway. I knew what Ciampa had in mind. That sick-minded Ciampa was thinking about taking a risk like that one. Andrade inadvertently saving. Hiromu there. Look at the strength of Tommaso Ciampa now. Holding him way up in the air. Suplexes him down into the mat. The two-time ECW Tag Team Champion looking to win another singles accolade alongside his former Cruiserweight Championship reign in this universe. Ambrose with Andrade on the outside. Into the ring pole. And that had no give. Let's see what happens now. Takahashi sets up the ladder in the inside of the ring as Ambrose and Orton continue to fight outside of it. In the ring, one-winged angel. The ladder got caught up in the fray there. But with the fights going on the outside, with people a little bit too preoccupied with one another, it's a grand opening for Kenny Omega. He goes up there. He's got the briefcase now, looking to bring it down. Looking to become Mr. Money in the Bank. Omega seeking it, but there's Orton. Coming up the ladder with him. Orton and Omega fighting up there. But meanwhile, El Idolo and the time bomb working together for about 2 seconds as they're instantly made opponents. Once again, Orton and Omega hit hard on the outside. Onto the mat and then to the outside. Omega coming back in the ring with a lot of fight though in him. But Orton, on the other hand, seems to have taken the nastier impact of the two. Takahashi sent over the top rope. Ambrose looking for the dirty deeds. DDT. Ciampa pulls out the counter. Drop toe holds him into the mat. There does Ambrose, who I think is busted open in this one. Oh, yes he is. And that ladder in the face certainly didn't help. Everyone staggered. It's another opportunity for Omega. But look at that. Orton right up to his feet. But maybe a little bit too quickly. The Viper slow to get back into the ring. But there are 3 men converging. Takahashi, why did you do that to yourself? Into the ladder with Omega's head. Ciampa now. STO to Ambrose. These guys are feeling the effects of this matchup. You can see it on some as well. There's blood on the face of Ambrose. There's blood on the face of Ciampa as well. And there's already been some heavy hitting trips. RKO to Ciampa for the second time in this match. An RKO connects on Ciampa. Omega again up on the ladder. And there's no one to stop him right now. No one but Hiromu. On the outside. Wait. In the background. Hammerlock DDT. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hiromu. Hiromu. Sweet Jesus. The time bomb killing himself to try and take care of Omega. And it's opened up the opportunity for Andrade. He's up the top of the ladder now, but so too is Ciampa. And they fight up there now. Ciampa unloading away and takes care of El Idolo. Ciampa going for the briefcase now. Don't go back up there, Takahashi. For God's sake, have some common sense. Oh, that's not where you want to be. No man's land for Tommaso Ciampa. Kenny Omega with an electric chair takes care of him. On the outside now. Huge splash from Ambrose on Takahashi. And again, Kenny Omega. Right place, right time. Again, the opportunity is right in front of him. He has been smart. Incredibly smart. Picking his place. Look at the body strewn on the outside and on the inside as well. Omega goes up to the top rope. Andrade and Ciampa in to stop him. And as Monday Night Raw fights on the top, Ciampa can't bring the ladder down by himself, so he'll leave these two men fighting out up there. And they will most certainly continue to do that. The Blackheart and the Viper will work together though for an unwelcome impact. Omega and Andrade down. Ambrose on the top rope splashes down on Takahashi again. Ladder into the back of Ambrose. Takahashi though rips the ladder away from Orton and connects with the DDT. That could have been the opening there. Fair play to Andrade for being able to pull himself up to his feet already. Oh, spinning back kick in the back of the head of Andrade. Takahashi's been impressing in this matchup as well. And fair enough, everyone has. Ladder from Ciampa in the face of Hiromu now. Orton able to move out of the way of the ladder not once, but twice, but thrice. And hits Ciampa in the face with it. Everyone's down. Everyone's down. I said he would pick his moment, and he's going to try and do it. Orton going for the briefcase. But there's Andrade to make the stop. Ciampa will go up the ladder with him. An unwise decision, and one that will result in an almighty fall for both men. Orton able to drag himself to a turnbuckle. Ciampa somehow getting back up to his feet. I don't know how. Oh, wait a minute. In the ring, Dean Ambrose learned to take Riott to Andrade. Down goes Ambrose with the ladder. Omega's the only one standing, but he'd rather hit Ambrose with the ladder instead. This is Omega's prime opportunity. Oh, look at that from Orton, though. The Viper truly picking his moment. What are you doing? Orton running past the ladder. Andrade there with a quick save. And Orton in a pull. Oh, never mind. Andrade knocked off in a more conventional way, maybe. Hiromu and Orton working together. There goes the ladder. And I think that went down in the back of Ciampa as well. It's been chaos from minute one. Are we really all that surprised? Ambrose now reigning true with the ladder. The only man to stop him right now is Randy Orton. Ciampa slowly getting back up to his feet. There's still no telling who could be Mr. Money in the Bank, though. You can have favorites in this match all you want, but at the end of the day, it's all about who can go up that ladder and bring that briefcase down. Uh-oh, this is not going to be a nice landing for Ambrose. Air raid, crash neck breaker, down on the knee brace of Ciampa, using it as a weapon. Ciampa Wait, he's not looking to pull away this matchup just yet. Knee trembler, using the brace again as a weapon. Knocked the ladder over in the process. And there are only 2 men standing right now. With how slow everyone takes to get up to their feet, you can just feel the wear in this match. The bodies are worn out. And there's no real surprise that that is the case. This has been heavier, I think, than the women's ladder match. There's been so much more sacrifice from these bodies. Everyone has given it their all. And Randy Orton, is he right place, right time? He's slow crawling up there. Wait a minute. One winged angel to Hiromu again. Andrade and Orton up on the top of the ladder now. Oh, look at that by Orton. Having a multitask. Fending off Ambrose and Andrade. There goes Orton off the ladder. Oh, don't go for it, Andrade. Oh, now you're just holding on to it. It's going to be even worse. Electric chair down. Oh, STO from Ciampa. Ladder in the face again. How many times has Tommaso Ciampa had a ladder right in between the eyes? Well, he's now getting one draped across his chest instead. Oh my God. Hiromu, don't do it. Sunset flip. Oh, that may have been down on the ladder. Jesus Christ. Insane. Completely insane backstabber. How apt to come from a man like Tommaso Ciampa. Hiromu. Not interested in letting Ciampa hit his knee trembler. Interested in hitting him with the ladder though. Ciampa takes the ladder away from him now and smashes Hiromu across the face with it. Huge run up in the process to it as well. Ambrose knocks Ciampa off the apron with the ladder. Ambrose setting it up now. Look at the bodies outside of the ring. Meanwhile in the ring, Ambrose and Orton going up the ladder. Uranagi on the outside. Hang on in the ring. Randy Orton. RKO! Off the ladder. Sweet goodness. Ambrose is out of it. Orton rolls to the outside and rolls right into a hammerlock DDT. Andrade knocks him down. Hiromu from behind. Hiromu in from behind. Time bomb in the ring and right into the arms of Ciampa. Fairy tale ending. And then there were 2. Tommaso Ciampa sees the chance in front of him, but so too does Kenny Omega. It has come down to Omega and Ciampa for the briefcase. Whichever one falls, the other man will win. Everyone's down at ringside, except for these 2 men. They're fighting. They're trading. This is going to end badly for one side. Could it be Omega's time? Ciampa counters. Omega falls. Omega falls. Tommaso Ciampa's won it. Tommaso Ciampa, Mr. Money in the Bank. The Black Heart has done it. Chaos in Chicago. A sea of humanity strewn across ringside. One man conquers all. Forget Mr. Money in the Bank. The Black Heart in the Bank. Tommaso Ciampa.